Hi everybody, I am Chef Jennifer Basil and we've been making some Italian American classics this season. Today we're gonna do two more. We're gonna do penne alla vodka and we are gonna do gelato because who doesn't like a frozen custard? Stay tuned, we're gonna get started on that first recipe. So we are gonna make an Italian American recipe to start that has vodka in it, near and dear to my heart. Even though I know you guys think I'm a wine drinker, I actually like vodka as well. We're gonna make some pasta, we're gonna make a beautiful sauce and bring it all together for penne alla vodka. Let's get started. All right, to start our penne alla vodka, let's get the pasta cooking. Boiling water, salted like the sea, and we're gonna throw our pasta in. And while that's cooking, we can start our pan sauce. For this one, I'm gonna start with butter today because I want this to be rich and creamy. So we'll get butter in our pan and get that melted. And we're going to sweat down, saute some onion and garlic. And of course, I put my onion in first. That way my garlic's kind of protected from overcooking and burning. A little bit of garlic. We'll let that sweat down. And as those become translucent and soft, we are going to take our vodka and deglaze the pan. So in Italy, vodka is actually the most popular spirit. Who knew that? I mean, I come from a Russian background a little bit, and I know I drink vodka, but 9 out of 10 Italians actually prefer vodka to red wine. I must be that one, Italian that likes her red wine, but I like both. So let's deglaze our pan with the vodka. And again, we're just infusing the flavors of the vodka. The alcohol will cook off. Okay, our next thing to add is going to be our tomatoes. So San Marzano tomatoes is what I'm using. We pureed them because we want a nice silky sauce. And we're gonna bring that up to kind of a medium-high temperature. Really let the flavors of the vodka marry with the flavors of the tomatoes, the onion, and the garlic. We'll finish it off with some cream. Our pasta should be done. We're gonna toss it all together. We'll garnish it with some herbs and Parmesan. Our pasta's done. I've drained it. I've got it sitting over my pasta water. Keep it warm. We've got the tomato base ready. Let's add some crushed red pepper. Make it a little spicy like this redhead. And let's add some basil. We are going to now put in a little bit of cream. This is where it gets that pink color from, because you add the cream to the tomato. And this is also what gives it that velvety texture. And you can toss some Parmesan in. Let that kind of melt together. And then, of course, we wouldn't be cooking Italian food if we didn't put our pasta in the sauce. So our pasta has been drained. It's gonna go in the sauce. If your sauce was too thick, a little bit of that starchy water would bring it together. I think ours is just the perfect consistency. Okay, should I have a shot of vodka or a glass of wine with this? Or maybe both. Let's get it plated. We've got my favorite things in this dish. We've got pasta, we've got tomatoes, we've got vodka. I mean, what else could make a girl happier? I am so ready to eat this. Look at that good sauce. Oh, beautiful. And in Italy, they don't eat a lot of pasta for their secondo course. It's a smaller portion. I don't know, I'm from Texas and I like a lot of pasta, so I'm gonna go a little bit more. Let's put some Parmesan on top and a basil leaf. penny alla vodka. I have got another sweet treat for you. We are gonna make gelato, the Italian version of ice cream. You may wonder what the difference is. There's quite a few differences actually between gelato and ice cream. The first one being that ice cream uses more fat. So we've got a combination of half and half and milk because gelato uses more milk. So to get started, we want to take our eggs and our sugar, and we're gonna whip these together, similar as you would do like for a cookie batter or a cake. I've got my whip attachment on my mixer because we wanna get this light and fluffy. While this is becoming combined and light and fluffy, we're gonna take our milk and heavy cream mixture over and get that warm so that once this is ready, we can temper it in. The next step in making our gelato is to take our milk and cream mixture and warm it up. Now, you do want to be careful on your stovetop not to get it too hot. This has milk and milk can scald very quickly. So I've got this on medium to medium low and I'm going to watch it as it heats. We don't want to bring it to a boil because we're going to have to put it in that egg mixture, and if it's too hot, then we will cook the eggs and we'll have a lumpy, eggy gelato, and that we don't want that. So in Italy, chefs, like artists, treat gelato as their canvas. And they like to use different ingredients, typically locally sourced, fruits, flavors, chocolates, caramel, to flavor their gelato. And it's really interesting because 55% of the gelato sold in Italy is actually artisanal gelato. It's not gelato that you would find in a grocery store. Okay, we've warmed our milk cream mixture. This has been mixed together well. I'm gonna start the mixer again and we're gonna slowly pour the cream into this. We wanna temper it, so we're not gonna dump the whole thing in at once. Again, it would cook those eggs, so we're just gonna drizzle it in slowly until it's well combined. We'll flavor it with some vanilla. I'm putting fresh fruit on ours, but the one thing that I do love about gelato is that there are so many different flavors out there, and we actually have quite a few gelato parlors in Texas, so there's all sorts of different ones you can get. I go to a certain market in Texas where they have a gelato stand, and I actually have them take some espresso and gelato, and I make like an espresso milkshake out of it. It's so very good and gives me energy to continue my day. It's like my favorite dessert drink to have. All right, so let's get this started. Slowly drizzle the cream in, a little bit at a time, until we bring that sugar egg mixture up to the same temperature as the cream and milk. So I mentioned that gelato has more milk than it does butterfat than ice cream. It's actually about a 3-to-1 ratio difference. Once your cream and your egg sugar mixture are blended together, let's add some vanilla. And then this is ready to go in an ice cream maker. If you don't have an ice cream maker, you can actually do this by hand. What you would do is you would take your cream mixture, you would put it in a container, an ice cream or gelato container, put it in your freezer. It's a little time consuming, but you can do it. Every 30 minutes you want to take it out and stir it because it'll form ice crystals on the top and you want to blend those in. But you would do that over a period of maybe 5 to 6 hours and it will set just like you had an ice cream maker. So you can do this without an ice cream maker. Okay, I've got an ice cream maker. There are different types of ice cream makers you can purchase if you want to do that. This one, we had the bowl that was being chilled in the freezer. So you do want to make sure that this gets cold as it churns. There are other machines that actually chill as it churns as well. So just find the one that's the right fit for you. Or like I said, if you want to do it without one of these, you absolutely can at home. So I'm going to turn this on, Slowly pour this mixture in. And depending on which machine you have, it'll tell you how long you need to churn your mixture, but you kind of want to see some solidity starting. And what this also does is it puts air in your ice cream or gelato. Now, gelato actually contains 70% less air, so it tends to come out a little bit more dense and a lot more silkier than ice cream. Our gelato is set. We made a vanilla gelato today. We put blueberries and strawberries in it just to make a pretty presentation. If you want to blend in chocolate or fruit or things like that, do that about halfway through the process of it freezing in your freezer. That's a good time to kind of mix it in before it gets too solidified. But just look at how silky and smooth that is. Creamy, silky gelato. I think I might have to put stretchy pants on after this episode. All that wonderful pasta and ice cream. So today we made penne alla vodka and we made vanilla gelato. Thank you so much for joining me. For those recipes and more, please go to my website, jenniferbasil.com.